Good morning, everyone. My name is Jim Schwantz. I'm the mayor here in the village of Palatine. I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome Governor Pritzker and all the elected state officials, officially welcome them to Palatine. You know, I remember growing up with three brothers. I'm the oldest of four boys, and the start of the school year was approaching. While I obviously didn't want to see the summer end, for obvious reasons, playing sports and being out and having a good time, I could see my parents were just as apprehensive about the end of summer, as it meant back to school shopping for four boys that had obviously outgrown everything from the previous year. The cost of new jeans, shirts, shoes, let alone school supplies that you needed every year, added up very quickly. You never appreciate what your parents do to support you until you become a parent yourself and are asked to do the same thing. The costs are real, and with an already high tax burden, I know I speak on behalf of all our residents and the parents throughout the state of Illinois when I officially say thank you, Governor, for finding a way to provide some relief for our taxpayers as they embark on this annual back-to-school shopping ritual. And with that, I'll take the opportunity to introduce the Governor of the state of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Mayor Schwantz. Thank you for hosting us in your fair city, and of course, thank you to Lakeshore Learning Store for allowing us to take some space here and some time away from your regular business. And good morning to everybody. It's great to see everyone. You know, the war in Iran, the tariffs, the federal corruption, and lax antitrust policies in Washington have caused rising prices of everything, from groceries to gas to housing to really everyday necessities. And as Illinois parents and students get ready for a new school year, everybody is feeling it. That's why the legislature and I declared a sales tax holiday for the back-to-school season. Starting this Friday, August 7th, and for 10 days until Sunday, August 16th, shoppers will pay zero state sales tax on essentials like clothing and school supplies. That means a discount on backpacks and on notebooks and pen and paper and pencils, of course, and sneakers and shirts and, well, everything beyond. Parents will keep more of their hard-earned dollars, while students will get what they need to start the school year off right. Now, I want to thank just a few people, the folks who are behind me, who've joined us today. My partners in the General Assembly, Leader Curtis Tarver, Senator Mark Walker, my friend, and Representative Mary Beth Canty. I just want to take a moment to say, when you send great people to represent you in Springfield, it really matters. People that have my ear, that I listen to, and people who are very smart about public policy. And so I just want to compliment the voters here and voters across the state for electing a General Assembly that really is making a difference in people's lives. I also want to thank once again Palatine Mayor Jim Schwantz. Running a great city is hard to do. Yeah. And I know being in an executive position, you have to take some slings and arrows for just doing the right thing often. And so I really admire your leadership. To Arthi Vagasia, did I say that right? I practiced. Good. Okay. Arthi here at Lakeshore Learning Store, this organization, of course, is vital for so many teachers and others who are just looking to find the things that they need to start the school year right. And then, of course, I want to thank especially a great economic development and thought partner in Springfield, Rob Carr, who's the leader of the Illinois Retail Merchants Association. Thank you very much for everything you do. Parents are working every day to make sure that students, their kids, have what they need to get through the school day and the school year. But Illinois families are being squeezed by inflation that's caused by failed leadership in Washington. They've started wars that have raised gas prices by $1 a gallon still, halted energy projects that would lower electric rates. They've imposed tariffs that have raised the price of a new car by $2,500 to $5,000 on average. And no matter where you go, what you're buying these days, it costs more than it did a year ago. So for Illinoisans, these aren't just numbers on a chart. These are forcing working families to make hard choices every single month. Can we pay down the hospital bill that we owe or the doctor bill? Do I need to ration my insulin? People are having to make that choice. Can we afford our kids' sports uniform? Are our auto and homeowners insurance premiums too high to still maintain? Illinoisans need relief. Americans need relief. The General Assembly and I have prioritized responsibly lowering costs wherever we could. So I'm proud of what we've been able to do so far to accomplish helping ease the financial burdens that Illinois families have upon them so that they can get ahead. We've put money back into people's pockets, working families, with rising wages. We have the highest wages in the entire Midwest, and they've risen over the last 8 years by more than $10,000 per year on average for people. Together with Cook County, we eliminated medical debt for more than 1 million Illinoisans. You don't need to apply for that. If you have old debt that you've not been able to pay, you literally get a letter in the mail that we have acquired your debt and extinguished it. Together, we've gotten rid of the tax on groceries for everyone. That's something that's burdened Illinoisans for decades now, and it's gone. And we're providing $400 each to over 100,000 Illinoisans who Republicans kicked off of SNAP benefits. That's food assistance for people that they're no longer going to get. But because we restored $400, at least for a little while, they will. We took on the outrageous premium increases by auto and homeowners insurance companies and the corporate junk fees that people were profiteering from. That were nickel and diming Illinois families out of thousands of dollars per year. So when you go buy a ticket to a concert now, or if you go rent a hotel room or so many other things, there's not going to be a hidden junk fee that all of a sudden showed up on your bill when you go to the restaurant. We've all seen the convenience fees and things like that. Not allowed to do that anymore in the state of Illinois. But our work isn't done. As families prepare for the new school year, they're facing even more pressure from rising costs. Analysis from the Groundwork Collaborative Fund has found that school supply prices are 11% higher than they were just 1 year ago. Surveys show nearly half of parents expect to take on debt or cut back on household essentials just to afford back-to-school shopping. Working families shouldn't have to deprive their kids of the necessities that they have upon them for a successful new school year for their kids. We listened to parents, and the state is stepping up to lower costs. Every child deserves to walk into the classroom on equal footing with every other child, with what they need to learn and grow. Every parent deserves the breathing room and peace of mind to prepare and focus on helping their kids succeed. So that's what we're delivering here today. It's one piece of a broader strategy for us to try to bring down prices wherever we can. We can't control broader inflation in the economy, but there are some things we can do to make life easier, and that's what we're trying to do today. So now it's my great pleasure to introduce a friend of mine, an ally for parents and families. He really is a friend and somebody I've worked with for his entire term in office as a state senator, and that's Senator Mark Walker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Mark Walker. I'm a senator of 8 villages around the northwest suburbs. A person that works very hard on fiscal and tax policy, responsible tax policy. It's always great to have a day where we can say we're mitigating some of the costs for people and lowering taxes, at least for a time. When I was talking over what should I say today with my wife this morning, and she reminded me of when we went shopping for our son when he was entering 3rd grade. We felt like everything was about the future. And I'd like to thank this administration for having that perspective on both budgeting and taxes. not only are times tough and we have to react to that, but we always look to the future, just like parents do when they're thinking about school. The other thing to remind people is that not only are we helping parents buy school supplies, to some extent, unfortunately, this helps teachers buy school supplies for their students as well. They should not be forgotten. They sacrifice for our children. And I am happy to be part of this. I'm happy to be part of this administration. I would like to introduce my partner, the State Representative Mary Beth Canty, who is closer to school-age kids than I am.
Thank you, Mark, and thank all of you for being here today. I am Mary Beth Canty, and as Senator Walker mentioned, I do have school-age children. So we are in the throes right now of figuring out what school supplies my middle schooler needs, my high schooler needs. And I remember when my now high schooler was in kindergarten and we went to the first Meet the Teacher Day, and my son was the only child that didn't have school supplies because I didn't realize that he needed school supplies, which sounds crazy. He's going into kindergarten, but we never got a note home. And so I didn't know to be looking for this thing. I thought someone would tell us, and I cried. I remember crying on the walk home. And then every year, those supplies get more and more expensive. And he's got a younger sibling that we then had to buy supplies for as well. So we've gotten better at knowing what supplies are needed, but not so much better at making sure they are affordable. So I'm really proud to stand here with my colleagues, with our economic development folks, with people who care about everyone, including our youngest Illinoisans, that we want to set up for the future. I hope that this is helpful for folks. I can see some families shopping behind us. I'm really excited to see that. And again, just truly honored to be part of this whole endeavor. I've spent a lot of time in this store. And with that, I would like to bring up Artie Vagasia.
I wanted to take a moment and welcome you all to the Lakeshore Learning Store here in Palatine. Thank you all for attending, and a special thank you to Governor Pritzker and his team in signing this critical piece of legislation to support families and community members in Palatine and across the state of Illinois. Teachers, parents, and students are at the core of what we are, and Lakeshore Learning is honored to support Governor Pritzker in this effort. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Rob Carr, and I serve as President and CEO of the Illinois Retail Merchants Association. And IRMA represents retailers of all types and sizes throughout the state, retailers like Lakeshore Learning, who we're with today. And thank you to Arthi and her team for allowing us in here today. And like the mayor, I was one of 5 children growing up. Parents didn't have a lot. I remember observing the stresses. I didn't feel them as much, perhaps, but remember observing the stresses of getting everyone ready for school. Thankfully, I was near at the top of the order, so things trickled down from me. So I had that birth order advantage. But I also, my wife and I are blessed with 4 children, and certainly when you're getting all 9, they're 9 years apart. And certainly remember, and while the youngest is now 22, remember getting all the stresses that come this time of year of getting all of them ready, always needs for new clothes, shoes, book bags, art supplies, whatever it may be. And then those, also we had teachers with wish lists, downstate wish lists, things that if parents could have the means to fulfill, and we would certainly try to help them as well. So it's a very affordability underpins every decision that families experience this time of year as we send our children back to school. So I'd like to thank Governor Pritzker and the entire General Assembly for this year for making these financial demands a bit easier for families. Retailers always run aggressive sales to help keep the start of school more affordable, and this year that relief is more impactful as the state suspends its 5% sales tax. And combined with the efforts of Illinois retailers, this really does represent real relief for Illinoisans. And I would also add, to fill a little bit tourism role, perhaps, ecotourism role, eco not being the economy, With 2/3 of Illinois' population living within a border and bordering 7 states, we would encourage all our bordering state families to come to Illinois to do their shopping as well, because the relief benefits them as well should they choose to shop here. It's not just a win for retailers selling clothes and footwear and back-to-school supplies, but it becomes a win as well for restaurants, hotels, and many others as families look to reinvest the funds they save on back-to-school funding. The dollars spent at retailers across Illinois not only benefit businesses and help them hire and retain employees, but they also support the state and local governments such as Palatine. Retail generates more than $7.3 billion in income and sales tax revenue each year, which makes us the largest revenue generator for local governments and the second largest for the state of Illinois. Illinois retailers look forward to welcoming everyone as they take advantage of these savings today through August 16th, and we wish everyone a successful and fulfilling new school year. And thank you again to Governor Pritzker and the members of the Assembly for their leadership. Thank you.